Hey everybody, it's Cullah here coming to you from my home studio in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I'm coming at you with a video talking about two things. Okay? First thing is called Project Catalyst, and the second thing is called Free Music Land. Okay, and they're intertwined, right? I'm gonna break it down. Okay. First thing is called Project Catalyst. Okay? This is a decentralized autonomous organization. It's essentially an innovation fund for the ecosystem that's being built around the Cardano blockchain. So essentially what it means is it's a more democratic way and peer-to-peer way for people in the community to propose their ideas, and they can vote on it with each other. They can assess the value and the quality of these proposals, and then they vote on it. And then once the voting happens, then come from the treasury of Cardano, you get dispersed some funds in order to build it. And this is a pretty innovative and fascinating way to grow your own ecosystem. And so we have proposed, with Firebird Media here, we have proposed one of our products called Free Music Land. And some of you who may know me a little bit, you know that I have a background in music synchronization licensing. And that's exactly what Free Music Land does. And what is this synchronization licensing? What does that even mean? It's quite a sexy term, and I know that it piques the interest of everyone when they hear decentralized music synchronization. At least it does for me. So let's break it down for the layman. For those of you who might be voting on things for Project Catalyst, we're about a week away for the voting to end. So let's break it down so you can understand the value that it will bring to the ecosystem and the value that it'll bring to musicians and creators all across the world. Okay, so music synchronization licensing. Let's break that down. Music, we know what music is, okay? But let's break that down even more. Music is actually two pieces of intellectual property, the master recording and the written work. And we have some Medium articles. You can go read way more about it in depth, but I'm going to leave it right there to those two things, okay? So those two things that are part of music. Synchronization, okay? Synchronization is when those pieces of property are then put onto a moving picture. And a moving picture can be a video game, it can be a film, it can be a metaverse experience, it can be anything that has moving visual pictures, okay? That's synchronization. And for that, you need a license, okay? And licenses are essentially just contracts of agreement for the rights of usage. So like, I am a musician, right? I've had over 10,000 syncs, like I mentioned, in video games and TV shows and YouTube all over the globe. And each one of those things needed a contract. Every time that you are experiencing music in film or in your video game, that has a synchronization license if the person who is using it doesn't own that music. So this means TikTok, this means Facebook, this means everything that you have music being put to picture, okay? And so what Free Music Land does is essentially decentralize it, put it into a peer-to-peer marketplace where you and I can just work together directly with each other, creating a more modular, more granular, and a more collaborative, commons-driven focus for how creators, musicians, and filmmakers, and TV show makers, and video game creators, all these people that are trying to work together in order to create amazing multimedia. This will make it way easier for people to be able to collaborate because we're going to be automating these licensings. Okay, so this is a pretty big deal. Like I mentioned, I have been syncing my music for quite some time, and I've been using open licensing frameworks, which makes it easy in a way, but there is a lot to be desired. And then when you start going up towards paid licensing, and you start to look at the landscape of what synchronization is currently in the music industry, you start to really scratch your head and go and wonder how the heck people can stay in business because things are so antiquated, things are so slow. People are constantly taking custody of people's property in order to exploit them. And this is a model that is slowly dissolving. And I think perhaps it might be speeding up even quicker and quicker as we move further and further in towards this whole new world of user-generated content, and where anyone in their bedroom, like myself, can exploit their music using synchronization licensing. So if you have made it this far, congratulations. Now you've learned a very key part of the music industry. And so I hope you now understand the value that this can bring to not just only the Cardano ecosystem, but also the greater multimedia ecosystem within Cardano. All these metaverses that you start seeing, all these new video games, all these play to earn things, if they use music, they need licenses unless they're owning it themselves. All right. So this is why Free Music Land is very important. So please, if you care about music and you care about protecting the rights of music holders, music rights holders, please vote for Free Music Land. You can go on your Project Catalyst voting app and you can just type in FML and that'll get you there. Okay, so thank you so much for your time and I hope that you have a good rest of your week. And thank you so much for voting for FML. See you later.